Over the last few days, Telangana MLC K. Kavita has staged protests in the national capital and even a day-long hunger strike over women's reservation, putting the spotlight on women representation in politics. She demanded passage of Women Reservation Bill, which promises 33% reservation to women in state assemblies and the Lok Sabha. Earlier this month, we also had the entry of first woman MLA in the Nagaland Assembly. However, an important development in another northeastern state, Tripura, went virtually unnoticed. Tripura sent 15% women MLAs to its assembly this time. But why I'm stressing on that 15% is because this is the highest percentage of women representatives in any elected house, whether state assemblies or Lok Sabha, in at least last 25 years. So do we really need the Women Reservation Bill that has been pending for over 27 years after it was first introduced in 1996? Hello and welcome, I'm Amogh Rohmetra, and today I will be talking about women representation in Indian politics. Out of a total of 21,161 MLAs elected during state elections in the last 25 years across all states and union territories, only 1,584 were women. This means over 92% of all MLAs elected during the same period were men. We have analyzed for you the results of around 150 elections over the last 25 years to find out the representation of women in various states and how it has evolved. The result answers a lot of questions about women's representation. First of all, do women at the helm of affairs help improve sex ratios in assemblies? Let's talk about Tamil Nadu first, from where one of the most powerful women leaders in the country, Jayalalithaa, rose. Have a look at this chart. It shows that in the last 25 years, women MLAs in Tamil Nadu Assembly of 234 have halved from 25 in 2001 to only 12 in 2021. But this doesn't give a real picture. Tamil Nadu is in fact an example how a powerful woman leader at the helm can change things for women. Since Jayalalithaa became the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for the first time in 1991, till the time of her death in 2016, AIADMK sent the maximum number of women MLAs in all the assemblies barring one. When she became the Chief Minister for the first time in 1991, she carried along with her 27 AIADMK MLAs out of 32 female MLAs. After her party's drastic defeat being reduced to just 4 MLAs in 1996, the House was left with only 9 women MLAs, none from AIADMK. Her comeback in 2001 assembly polls saw a comeback of women MLAs when AIADMK elected 20 out of 25 women MLAs in the House. While here on the number of women MLAs were not as high in any election, it was her party, AIADMK, that sent the maximum number of MLAs until 2016. In the first election after her death in 2021, AIADMK sent only 3 women MLAs, whereas DMK sent 6. Other women chief ministers in the last 25 years who won an election while being at the helm of affairs include Vasundhara Raje, Mamata Banerjee, Sheila Dikshit, Mayawati, Uma Bharti, Rabri Devi. Vasundhara's Rajasthan had the lowest number of female MLAs in the last 25 years when she became the chief minister for the first time in 2003. But does that mean she has done no good to get female BJP MLAs? In fact, in 1998, BJP did not send a single female MLA to Rajasthan Assembly out of its 33 MLAs. In 2002, Vasundhara took over the reins of the party in Rajasthan and became the chief minister following the 2003 elections. Along with her, she took 9 women BJP MLAs. In the next elections in 2008, even though BJP lost to Congress, it still sent 13 female MLAs, equivalent to winning Congress party. 5 years later, in another election where BJP formed the government with Raje at the helm, the party sent 22 female MLAs and Congress had 1. This is the highest by any party in the last 25 years in Rajasthan, as the chart on your screen shows. In the last elections, however, BJP under Vasundhara Raje elected 10 female MLAs, one less than Congress, and the party lost badly. Moving from west to the east of the country, Mamata Banerjee is also steering her party Trinamool Congress in West Bengal. Currently, she is the only female chief minister in all the states. She came to power in 2011 when 34 women MLAs were elected, 3 less than the previous elections, while the number of women MLAs over successive elections have gone up to 40 in 2021. It is worth noting that West Bengal has always had a healthy representation of women even during the left government's rule. The biggest surprise lies in the longest serving female chief minister of the country, Sheila Dikshit. Under her, as can be seen, Delhi elected the highest number of women MLAs in the last 25 years in 1998. Delhi had elected only 3 female MLAs in 1993. Since then, over next 2 successive terms, the number of women MLAs only declined to 3 in 2008. Still, it is worth noting that during her term, all but 1 female MLAs were from Congress party. Under the current Aam Aadmi Party administration in Delhi, the number of women MLAs has only grown since 2013 from 3 to 8 in 2020. Coming to Bihar, in an election where RJD's Rabri Devi emerged as the chief minister in 2000, a total of 19 women MLAs made it to the assembly. Of these, only 7 were from RJD. However, it is Nitish Kumar under whom women MLAs have got their representation in Bihar's assembly. In 2005, 2 elections were held in the state due to failure to form the government. Within a span of 8 months, first time Rabri's RJD emerged as the single largest party and the house had 3 women MLAs, none from RJD. Second time, it was when Nitish Kumar's JDU emerged as the single largest party that 25 women MLAs were elected to the assembly. Half of these were from JDU. Since then, Bihar has always had at least 10% women MLAs, contrary to what many would have thought. Now the next question that arises, how has women representation been in the poll-bound Karnataka, which is set to go to polls very soon? It is clearly the worst performing major state. The line in this chart representing Karnataka barely rises up. It is a consistently poor performer. The state has never elected a woman chief minister in its history. Karnataka, which is set to go to polls in May, has been a consistent poor performer. The best that Karnataka did in the last 25 years was in 2018 when it sent 7 women MLAs or 3.17% in a house of 224. Move to Assam. As its sister states Nagaland and Tripura have good news to share, Assam might be a disappointment. It is not that it is consistently a poor performer like Karnataka, but there is a constant decline in the number of women MLAs. The state had 10 MLAs in 2001, but today the house has only 6. The last 4 elections, the representation of women MLAs in the house of 126 has reduced continuously from 10.3 to 4.7%. If you were to think that high literacy rate or sex ratio help women representation, unfortunately Kerala might disappoint you. Kerala, with highest literacy rate in the country and highest sex ratio amongst all states, has little improved over years. Though the tally of women MLAs has improved from 8 to 12 over the last 25 years, it is still below the national average. But which are the states which can be called constant good performers? Until the elections in Tripura, it was Haryana that had sent the highest percentage of women MLAs in any assembly since 1998, despite the state's poor sex ratio. At 14.4% MLAs, Chhattisgarh Assembly from 2018 was the joint highest. Contrary to what many might have thought, in fact Uttar Pradesh and Bihar have constantly performed well. Uttar Pradesh's biggest assembly in the country has also consistently improved in the number of female MLAs. Last 2 assemblies have seen over 10% women MLAs in the house of 403. Since 2002, the percentage of women MLAs have grown from 6.4% in 2002 to 8.68% in 2012 and 11.66% in 2022. Bihar has constantly sent over 10% women MLAs in the last 4 elections since 2005. In fact, in 2010, Bihar ended up sending 14% female MLAs, 34 in the House of 243. As mentioned earlier, Bihar's women MLAs have particularly picked up since Nitish Kumar came to power. Amongst the states that have over 100 MLAs in assemblies, home state of Prime Minister Gujarat did marginally better in Narendra Modi's initial years in politics. The number of women MLAs have increased from 4 in 1998 to 12 in 2002 when Modi was elected as the Chief Minister of Gujarat. 8 of them were from the BJP. That was the biggest jump in women's representation in Gujarat Assembly. It slowed down after that from 12 in 2002 to 15 in 2022. Women MLAs in Maharashtra have also doubled from 12 MLAs in 1999 to 24 in 2019 in the 288-member assembly. Maharashtra also has never had a woman chief minister. Most northeastern states particularly lag behind in this indicator. Mizoram is a case of high literacy but poor women representation, while Nagaland is finally showing signs of getting more acceptable towards women MLAs. Mizoram has had only 4 women MLAs in its history, though its current assembly is an all-male one. Last woman MLA, V. Chongthu, was also elected in a by-election in 2014. It is also worth noting that Mizoram has one of the highest female literacy rates in the country at 89.27%. Amongst other smaller states, Pondicherry, which elected no woman MLA for 3 consecutive elections in 2001, 2006 and 2011, elected 4 MLAs in the House of 30 in 2016. During the last elections in 2021, CM N. Rangaswamy led assembly elected 1 woman MLA. While we looked at the data, another interesting trend emerged. Newly formed states including Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand completely outperformed their parent states. Both the states, when they held the first assembly elections on their own, had lesser women MLAs in terms of percentage compared to their parent states, Madhya Pradesh and Bihar. However, in their latest assembly elections, both have outclassed their parent states. Chhattisgarh, carved out of Madhya Pradesh in 2000, sent 6% MLAs in the 2003 elections. Meanwhile, Madhya Pradesh had sent 8% MLAs. The tables have turned to an extent that Chhattisgarh now sends 14.44% women MLAs, nearly thrice sent in 2003, whereas Madhya Pradesh sends only 9.13% women MLAs, 2 more than what it had 20 years back. Jharkhand, also formed in 2000, had its first elections in 2005. Bihar at the time had 25 women MLAs, whereas in Jharkhand the number was 3. Even with an assembly a third the size of Bihar, now Jharkhand has increased its tally to 10 women MLAs, that is 12.3%, whereas Bihar has increased its tally only by 1 women MLA to 26, which is 10.7%. Telangana, however, has not really moved forward after it was carved out of Andhra Pradesh in 2014. Over the last 2 elections in 2014 and 2019, the number of women representatives in both states have gone down. Now let's turn towards the national level. Even after 48.39% of population being that of women in India, the current Lok Sabha elected the highest level of women representatives at 14.4%. It is interesting to note that over the last 25 years, there has been a continuous rise in the number of women MPs in the lower house of parliament. From 43 women MPs in 1998, the House elected 78 women MPs in 2019. It is not that women are not being just elected, but also that enough women do not fight the elections for various reasons. Since 1999, out of about 35,000 Lok Sabha candidates, only 2,500 were women, which means less than 8% of all candidates since 1999 have been women. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe The Print.